sparkly will it be? I've got your forecast coming up right here.
And let's give you a live look right now. This is I-77 at Tyvola Road, where things are nice and clear, zooming right along. Meanwhile, Heather is tracking an accident in East Charlotte, and we'll hear from her in just 1 minute. First, we do want to say good morning on this Thursday. I'm Ira Cronin. We're glad you're waking up with us.
And I'm Ann Sheridan. Glenn Counts is going to get us caught up on a theft at a DOT facility. It could be bad news for all of us, especially if there's another snowstorm soon.
Plus, 3 shows down for Seth Meyers, the new host of Late Night. Well, Larry got a chance to actually sit down with Meyers one-on-one to talk about life, work, and the people who inspire him. That's coming up in about 10 minutes in Larry's Look.
Show has done really well.
It has. He's such a good guy.
All right, sounds decent. Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, and her first name ain't Baby. It's actually traffic all the time, right?
Yes, it is. I thought you were about to say traffic lady, because then that would have rhymed, but neither here nor there. There is an up next. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Heather. At 6:32, we want to get you caught up on the Morning Watch. Veteran crime reporter Glenn Counts has been on the crime beat for more than 20 years.
This morning, he's live at police headquarters to catch up.
Counts, NBC Charlotte.
All right, thank you, Glenn. Appreciate that. We're continuing to follow now breaking news out of Union County, where there is more fallout from the child abuse allegations against a former social worker. That agency has now fired 2 workers and suspended a 3rd. According to the Charlotte Observer, this all comes nearly 3 months after police arrested DSS Supervisor Wanda Sue Larson and her boyfriend, Dorian Harper. They charged him with abuse. Police say they found an 11-year-old boy handcuffed to the front porch of the couple's home with a dead chicken tied around his neck. Both Larson and Harper are due in court coming up again in April. All right, we're also looking out for you this morning with another possible scam. If you get a call from the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office demanding money, hang up the phone. Someone's been calling people claiming that they're with the Sheriff's Office. Now, they say that you owe them money because you missed jury duty. And then they say you need to pay them over the phone right then. If you get a call like this, do not give out any of your personal information again. Hang up and then call the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office right away.
Good information, weather information.
And still ahead, Larry's one-on-one interview with the new man of Late Night.
Plus, new detail.
And on our way to break, we do want to say good morning to our 167,017 followers on Facebook right now. They're talking about those changes coming to the food labels, and we want to know what you think about them. Head there and click the like button. By the way, we're NBC Charlotte on Facebook.
As well, coming up shortly.
That is a good-looking sunrise. Meanwhile, the big topic this week has been Seth Meyers taking over Late Night and filling in for Jimmy Fallon and getting off to his big start. It's got people talking, and we've got some clips from the show last night.
3.4 million people watched Meyers' premiere on Monday. That is the biggest audience for a Monday late night in 9 years.
Now, Meyers actually stopped by in Charlotte not long before the big debut on Late Night. And, of course, who else to chat him up other than Larry Sprinkle himself? Here it is in this morning's Larry's Look. Also developing this morning, we're following a big story out of Arizona now. I just checked in with the producers next door at NBC News Channel, and they brought in this video as crowds were gathering and cheering when Governor Jan Brewer vetoed that controversial bill that's generated so much buzz. The bill would have allowed business owners to deny services to customers based on the business owner's religious beliefs. Now, the bill set off a national debate about possibly even gay rights and discrimination being involved in this broad law. Major corporations, even like the NFL and Apple, publicly came out opposed to it. We're also following breaking news out of Ukraine this morning. We've been showing you the dramatic pictures after gunmen stormed a government building there early this morning. Let's give you a closer look at the massive crowd. Officials say pro-Russia gunmen seized control of that government building and parliament building. Now, this particular area of Ukraine, Crimea, is the only region with an ethnic Russian majority. Now, officials say they're upset over the removal of a pro-Russian president earlier this month. The takeover comes on the same day the government leaders were set to vote on a brand new government. Also just in, a Russian official is saying now that Moscow has accepted the protection plea of Ukraine's fugitive president.
At 7.
All right, right now, though, no confusion as far as explaining the commute and any problems out there.
That's good, and I'm mad that I missed your reference earlier.
Are you? Miss Janet? Yeah,
Miss Janet.
I like that.
Yes, I love Janet Jackson. Things look pretty great on the...
Well, thanks, Larry.
All right, well, a fight over books is taking center stage today in Watauga County. Parents in the ACLU will speak out against a proposal to ban several books from the curriculum. One of the most notable is the House of Spirits book. Now, the ban has been brought up twice before, and both times the board sanction committees, they vetoed, and they allowed to keep the book in the curriculum. We'll let you know what happens in the day ahead.
In Union County, there.
And coming up before 7 a.m., we are just getting in new details about major changes for runners and fans at the Boston Marathon this year in light of the recent bombings there.
Plus, there's a.
Plus, the game everybody is buzzing about this morning, UNC and NC State. What a dramatic overtime ending. We've got it after the break.
Al's going to be live from an icebreaker on the Hudson River
with a very large hat.
Thursday morning right here on Today.
All right, thanks, Matt and Savannah. That was a giant hat on Al. Can't wait to see that. All right, new this morning, we're learning more about some changes coming at this year's Boston Marathon to keep everybody safe. That's the effort. This year, runners will not be allowed to bring bags of clothes to the start-finish line. Now, backpacks, suitcases, rolling bags, and strollers are also banned from the race. And for those watching, any large bags will be subject to searches, I should say, by security and police. Now, the changes, of course, come after last year's deadly bombings. The Boston Marathon is coming up on Monday, April the 21st.
And a weekend.
Speaking of social media, a story that we've seen trending all morning and definitely we talked about today at work. That big win for the Tar Heels last night. They won their 10th straight after a big effort from Marcus Page. Now, with Carolina trailing down the stretch, Page scored 31 of his 35 in the second half, including the go-ahead layup in overtime with only 0.9 seconds left on the clock. The game immediately blew up on social media, and it's still trending on Twitter this morning. Mark with a C. James says, I think he's channeling Dickie V. Oh, are you serious? Marcus Page is the hero of the game as UNC beats NC State. Patient says, almost had a heart attack. Marcus Page is a beast. And Stacy says, #1 trend in the U.S. right now, this would have been last night, UNC versus NCSU. ACC basketball dominates always. Smiley face. And that's a comment I think we can all agree on. ACC, pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is good stuff there.
Did you like my Dickie V?
I liked it. Do it one more time.
No, I'm going to just send it over to Heather because I think she has important traffic for us.
I was really excited, though. I was there. Were we in there? We were in there with you, Ira. And let's look at this traffic. Woo!
March 13th, 1993, the storm of the century.
Oh,
Not that that's going to happen again. All right. Yeah. Okay.
that's a warning for you.
Well, all right. That was great. We got a little Ric Flair. You want to give us that again?
Woo!
Yeah. I'm not gonna do
His hair always went like that.
I can't wait to see Al Roker's hat.
Yeah,
That thing was humongous. The Today Show's next.